Hello, everybody. Hope you are all doing well. I have some exciting things to share with you all, something that has been in the process of developing and is now complete and ready for everyone to enjoy. And before I share what it is, I just want to give a shout out to my best friend, my brother, my soul brother, someone who's been beside me, supporting me for the last, I don't know, 10, 12 years. Very honored and proud to call him a soul brother. His name is Alex Liberato. If you've been a friend of mine for a long time, you know Alex and I are homies. Alex is a very talented web designer and media marketer. And I've been very blessed to have him as a friend and him offering his very special gifts and helping me create my website. If you haven't noticed, I've been doing a bit of a rebranding of my image of myself. When I first launched myself online, I was Starseed Salsa, the Salsa Shaman. And that was because what really started me on this path of becoming more public and more of service to others was the salsa that I was making. And I do plan on bringing back the salsa at some point. It's just not the time. But making salsa, selling salsa, going to events, nourishing people, that's what really brought me out of the old version of myself and into this new world of where I am now. So the name of my salsa business was Star Seed Salsa, and it was a lot of fun. I made some great salsa, made some great connections, and did some wonderful things, and actually made a pretty decent living just selling salsa. It was amazing. Well, my new website name is sleepingshaman.com. And there are a number of different reasons why I've gone with Sleeping Shaman. And I'll explain in a little bit. But I also want to give a shout out to Sasha. I believe her last name is Clark. Let me make sure I have her last name correctly. Yeah, Sasha Clark. Shout out to Sasha Clark. She is a very talented individual who can help you in your rebranding process or in discovering how exactly should you market and sell yourself to the world as a professional individual. She combines human design and astrology and her background working in professional business environments. So she helped me embed a new software onto my website. And this software I'm now offering as a service to you all. So now you can go to my website, sleepingshaman.com, and enter your birthday information and generate your own free natal birth chart. And there are two versions. There's a free version and there's one that you can pay for to purchase. The free version, very basic. It just explains your rising sign, your moon sign. It's valuable information. It's very detailed, valuable information, but it doesn't go in depth, doesn't go into all the planets or aspects. And that is available for free. And you get your beautiful birth chart in it as well. That'll tell you all your planets and where they are, what houses that they are in, and what signs they are in, and what degrees they are in. So I'm very excited and happy to have this on my website. So you can go to sleepingshaman.com and it's at the very front page the moment you go there to log in your information, get your free birth chart, and you can download the free one or you can choose to purchase one. And the paid chart is very detailed. It has a lot more information. There's about 30 to 40 pages of information, and it's a lot detailed, quality. So I highly recommend to check that out. I encourage you to either go with the free one or or pay for the more detailed one. And something that I am happy to offer in addition, if you choose to buy the more detailed version, the longer version, is when you buy that, I get a notification, and what I get to do is send you a discount code for a full 90-minute session that deducts the amount that you use to purchase for the reading chart. So wonderful. So if you do decide to book a full 90-minute session in the future, you basically get that money back that you use to purchase the chart. And that discount code um, will be available for you to use at any time, one time after you purchase the chart. So I'm very happy to be able to offer this. And I really encourage going that route before booking a 90-minute session because you'll be able to read more about yourself, more about your planets and what it means and what signs they are in. And that will allow you to be more prepared and have better developed questions when we are actually in the session. And I won't have to spend as much time explaining your planets and the signs that they are in to you. So very valuable. It helps the both of us in multiple different ways. So the sleeping shaman. Um, what is the sleeping shaman? Why go with the sleeping shaman? For those of you who have known me for a long time, especially on Facebook, you are aware that I often have very intense and prophetic dreams and messages that come through to me in my dreamscape. And I've spent a lot of years analyzing, processing, and trying to understand this part of myself, this part of my life with dreams. So you don't need to explain anything to me about the subconscious and the subconscious venting. All right. I also have gone to college for hypnotherapy, and I'm well aware of how the subconscious and the conscious mind works and what dreaming is on a physiological level. But there are multiple uh, aspects, there are multiple dimensions and flavors of dreaming. Not all dreams are attributed to just your subconscious mind venting and processing information that is just too much for you to process in your waking state. Because when we are dreaming, it is when our brain is in a deep state, right? It's in that deep state. We enter that REM cycle. We enter that deep state. So yes, it could be your subconscious mind processing things, events, stress, anxiety. But at the same time, when you are at that state, it's also a powerful state where you can access other realms and dimensions and even have spiritual experiences if you do it through meditation. So, what I've experienced nearly my entire life, as far back as the age 5 years old, at the age 5 years old, that is my earliest memories of having profound, very strange, reoccurring dreams. And if you've been my friend on Facebook for any extended amount of time, you know that I use Facebook as a dream journal. And the reason why I like to use Facebook as a dream journal is because Facebook does that whole 1 year ago you posted this, 2 years ago on this day you posted this. Every day it'll have that. Do you want to look at your memories of shit you did on this day in the previous years? I love cycling through my previous posts because I want to see, did I post a dream on this day at any point in the past? And there have been many occasions where I would go through the memories, reread an old dream. Sometimes they are a year old, sometimes they're several years old. And the amount of times that the details and things that I speak onto my dream later happen. Now, it's one thing when it's something that happens in my personal life. That could be attributed to my subconscious mind just predicting and analyzing all the things and, imagining or coming up with probabilities that are directly related to my life. That's one thing. It's another thing when I am speaking to things that pertain to the entire world. And it's another thing when I'm speaking to things of events of people and situations that I've never met before or seen before, and yet they happen remotely, almost exactly as the way I describe. So I am a dream walker. I am a prophetic dreamer. This is something I've done my entire life. I believe that it's a genetic disposition that comes from my father's lineage. And throughout my life also, I've had many, many, many people that have contacted me and expressed to me how I've entered their dream space, how I have entered their dream space and helped them one way or another, or explained things to them one way or another. I don't know what it is about my spirit. I'm not in full control of it. I am not in full awareness of it, but something within my mind, my heart, my spirit, when I sleep, I do things. Okay. And I've been trying and training for years and years and years to become more in control, more aware, more intentional of these things. And I have gotten better. I've definitely gotten better at recalling the dreams um, over the years. So, sleeping shaman, okay? I do see myself as someone who is walking the shamanic path. I believe I've been walking the shamanic path since birth, with my training grounds being the modern day of America, and becoming aware of the suffering that Americans are enduring psychologically, mentally, emotionally, living in this modern world as a result of generations of indoctrination and programming, and having to grow up and become more conditioned and programmed through the inverted, perverted matrix construct through media, education, music, movies, celebrities, politics. Okay. So I grew up in a very rough environment with drug addicted parents in Los Angeles, gangs, drugs. I've seen a lot of things. I've experienced a lot of things throughout my life. And throughout that time, even as a young child, there was a level of awareness that I had that knew that this was not okay. There was a level of awareness that I had that was able to see what was going on a spiritual level. And eventually I became a product of my environment. Eventually I allowed myself to fit the mold and become addicted to drugs and just falling into this pattern until I became aware of self again and broke out of it and began my healing journey once again. That to me has been the first aspect of my shamanic journey. Because a shaman should be somebody who can connect to the people, who can really see and understand what the people are going through, not just in the mundane and the physical, but in the spiritual, emotional, psychological, in the realms that the human eye and the average person can't see, to really penetrate those layers and understand it in a profound way. I believe that that's what my life has been about, to grow and develop and have the intelligence and the wisdom to be able to perceive what's happening to the modern man, to the modern woman in this modern world. And naturally, I am gifted in a number of different ways, and I've been learning how to utilize and access those gifts. Hence the name Sleeping Shaman. Now, I've not been trained through any official lineage in shamanism. I've done a lot of research, I've done a lot of reading, so I do like to think of myself as an astro shaman, and using the astrology. I'm not your average astrologer. Every astrologer is different. There are many great astrologers, and I pay tribute and respect to all the forefathers and mothers of astrology and people who have laid the groundwork and put in their entire life into creating the massive amount of knowledge base of astrology that we have today. Thank you so much. And there are many astrologers out there in the world that I love and respect with all my heart, and I look up to, many of you. What's different about me as an astrologer is I'm not just here to look at your chart and give you translations of what this means in this house and the transits and to give you a horoscope. I'm a healer first. I'm a shaman first. Astrology is a tool that I use. It is my favorite, most effective tool that I use. So when you're in a session with me, I'm listening to you. I'm connecting to you. I'm opening myself up. I am asking my higher self, I'm asking your higher self, I'm asking my guides and the greater wisdom to help me really tune in to the frequencies and what's going on. So I listen and I listen and I listen to everything that you're saying and everything that you're doing, whether not just the things you're speaking, but energetically as well. And I'm really logging in everything that you share with me, trying to understand you, your journey, your experience. And I open my heart and extend my compassion and extend my empathy to everyone that decides to book a session with me. And it is my intention to help you. It is my intention to remove any hooks that you may have, to illuminate any story that you may be stuck cycling in, to validate any feelings, any of the experiences that you've gone through, and to use the astrology to uplift and support you into a higher expression that ultimately assists you and supports you in feeling more in alignment with who you are and taking that step towards what is in resonance of your destiny or the better expression of yourself. Now, not every session is all positive. Not every session is the stars are aligning for you and this is your year. The time is now. Actually, a lot of sessions, people are going through things. People are confused. People are lost. People are tired and they want something different. They want to experience, some luck, some fortune. So a lot of times it's my job as an astrologer to explain to you why you're experiencing certain cycles, to let you know what planets are exactly transiting your chart and connecting to your planets to explain and to give you the timeline as to when it began, when's the climax of it, and when it's ending, and to uh, help you come into the right mindset and attitude of how to face the friction in your life. I'm not here to sell you a fantasy. I'm not here to tap into things that I don't know. I'm here to deliver you the astrology. Now, what makes me different, not just different from other astrologers, but what makes me different from other healers is I'm not here to tap into things like entities and your Akashic records or just these things that are a little too abstract. And I'm not saying that entities aren't real and having a clearing isn't something that's effective. But what I'm saying is that when you are going through things, when you've been in this cycle and you feel like you've had a lot of dark energies around you and you can't just seem to break out of it, I use the astrology to empower you. I don't say we're going to clear this entity. We're going to see how far back it goes. We're going to go through your Akashic records and we're going to understand because from what I've experienced, a lot of people who eventually find me, they've already spent hundreds, thousands of dollars with different mediums, healers, and folks that do all these clearings and all these work, but yet they're still stuck in a rut. They're still experiencing the cycle. And the part that's missing is the astrology. But not only that, but the way I deliver the astrology, because I make you accountable, I make you in charge, and I give you real practical tools and solutions to help you become empowered and change it yourself. I really do my best to be of service to you all when we are in a one-on-one session. And as an astrologer, I know that there aren't most of the astrologers that I know, as much as I love and respect them, they do not have the capacity that I have to be available for you in the way that I can be available, in the way that I can listen to you, and the way that I care to support you. So that's what makes me very unique. I wouldn't say I'm the best astrologer. There are astrologers that I look up to that I feel are far more knowledgeable and better than I am in being an astrologer. But what I'm trying to have you understand is I'm not just an astrologer. I'm a healer. I'm a shaman. I'm very spiritual. I'm very psychic. And astrology is my tool, my most effective tool. I have been told by many that I am the best astrologer. I have been told by many I'm better than this person who charges $1,000. I'm better than this person who has X amount of millions or thousands of subscribers. I don't let that go to my head. I don't let that go to my ego. I appreciate those compliments though. So sleepingshaman.com is so everything I've just said, that's why I've rebranded to the sleepingshaman.com. And that feels so true, so in alignment with who I am, what my journey has been in life, and what I'm here to offer to you all. Now, if you have noticed some of my recent posts on Instagram or Facebook, I am following the call to make this shamanic path more real. And what I am doing is I'm becoming a student of a man that I very much respect, I look up to, and I honor his journey, and I want him to be my teacher. And this man he is a shaman. He's a holder of sacred medicine, ayahuasca, wachuma, mushrooms, and other medicines. And he is part of the tribal council of the Ayapuma in Ecuador. And every year there is a vision quest, and for students that want to initiate their path into this, have to go to Ecuador once a year in the summer for 4 years straight, minimum of 4 years. Ideally, it's something you do every year. But for a minimum of 4 years, that's when the people can really see, know, and understand who you are and begin to trust you, and letting you in to understanding the secrets and the knowledge of how to hold space in the way that this lineage holds space with the sacred grandmother medicine, ayahuasca. So this is something that I am beginning this year. My first vision quest will be in August of this year, and I need your help. I need your help to get there. I have recently been fired from my job. So I'm becoming a full-time astrologer online. And thankfully, I've had a lot of clients come in. I've had a lot of sessions come in that have kept me busy the past 2 weeks, but I need to keep that going. And to keep that going to sustain my life, my lifestyle, but also to acquire the appropriate amount of funds to make the journey to Ecuador. This is very important. And for those of you who have been with me on this journey, friends, family, supporters, um, I would appreciate for you to really support me and assist me in making this a reality. Um, for those of you who know me and know my history, my past, um, that know my history, Uh, okay, so I'm gonna come to an end here. I've said enough, but again, I would really appreciate your support. So please subscribe, like, comment, share, help me become more available in the algorithm for people to find me. Refer me to your friends, refer me to anyone and everyone. I'm not just an astrologer, I'm also a hypnotherapist. And I like to combine the two, my knowledge and my understanding of the mind and the subconscious and the shadow and the astrology to illuminate it all. Okay, so I'm here for you all. Please go to my website, download your free chart, or choose to buy one. Anything that you do, whether it's buying a chart or booking a reading, is going to support me in this journey. Now, I do want to show you my website. So, if you go to sleepingshaman.com, you'll first arrive to the homepage and you'll see Awaken the Shaman Within. Okay. Welcome to sleepingshaman.com, a sanctuary for those ready to explore the full spectrum of their being. Here, we honor both the love and light and the death and darkness as essential guides on the path to wholeness. And there it is. Let the cosmos introduce you to yourself. Get your free birth chart. Before you meet with Mario, that's me, take this first step. Your free birth chart is an appetizer, a taste of the ancient language of astrology and how it applies to your unique hero's journey. Let this be your entry point before we decode your full cosmic blueprint together. So, enter your information, place of birth, date of birth, the time. You'll put in your email address. And there it is. Your chart is ready. Take a moment with it. This chart is your cosmic fingerprint, ain't the ancient language of the stars written at the moment of your first breath. This free chart is your appetizer, a taste of the wisdom waiting to be decoded. When you're ready to understand what it all means, the planets, the houses, the hidden story of your hero's journey, the next step is simple. Talk to the sleeping shaman. That's me. And you'll get this beautiful graph of this beautiful chart here. All right, Scorpio rising, Pluto, Lilith. All right, that's my chart there. Now, here are your options. You can download your free chart or you can buy one for $44. And remember, when you purchase this for $45, I get a notification that you've purchased this, and I will send you a personal email with a coupon code that deducts the exact amount to a full 90-minute session that you'll be able to book at any time when you are ready. So you essentially get this money back. It's almost like a down payment for a full 90-minute session. And if you've had sessions with me before, that's cool. You can still download this and do this, and you'll still get that discount. So let's download this free one here just to give you a teaser, just to give you a taste of what it is. Time to go deeper with Mario in a 90-minute live reading. Together, we'll decode your soul's blueprint. Ah, here it is. So there it is. Here's the opening page. Your sun and rising sign explained. Discover the cosmic symphony. So this is just going to give you an explanation of what astrology is, how it works, right? And then little introduction of who I am, right? Then there's your chart. There's your beautiful chart there, okay? And then there are all your planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto, North Node, South Node, Lilith. Okay. Then your Scorpio rising. And there's just a nice little brief explanation of your rising and your sun sign. Okay. Now, keep in mind that that's the free one. All right. So the free one is just little teasers, little appetizer, like I wrote in the website. When you purchase the full transcript, there's going to be a lot more information, not just one paragraph, and it's going to be very valuable stuff that will give you um, useful insight of your whole birth chart. So again, I encourage you to do that. I would purchase it, but I already know my chart and I already know what's in here because I have behind the scenes access. So with that being said, I will end this recording. Much love to you all. Please send this out, share, like, subscribe, comment, book a reading, sleepingshaman.com. Love you all. Bye.